Hi friends, my name is Tom. This is Good Morning Tom. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for clicking on this video. And first of all, let me start off by saying Happy New Year. Hope you all had a beautiful New Year's Eve. Hope you had lovely holidays. So yeah, it's already 2024 and this is gonna be the first video of the new year. So let's see what this year will bring. Hopefully lots of vinyl, lots of reading, but we'll see, right? So I just want to film this because it's the first day of the new year and it's been 3 weeks since I last uploaded a video. So I will be reading a new poetry book that I got. I'm actually reading Ted Kooser, Kindest Regards. It's a collection of his older work and there are some new poems in here as well. And this is actually the book that I've been reading for the last couple of days. I wanted to take my time with this book. It's a really beautiful read so far. I'm really liking it. It's kind of like, well, maybe a bit like Philip Larkin, but you know, they're obviously they're two completely different poets, but it has that kind of everyday life poetry, and it's clever and it's touching at the same time, and it isn't too difficult to get to the essence. So I'm not going to be doing too much today because it has been pretty busy lately with all the holidays and my birthday obviously. So it's really nice to have some time to relax. So yeah, I will be doing that. Let's get something to drink. This is just lemonade actually. So before I start reading, let me show you some of the books I got, because there were a few books that I bought during the holidays or I got for my birthday, so let's check that out. So here is the new pile of books. So this is a very small one. It's called The Orange and Other Poems, and it's from Wendy Cope. It's a very tiny book and it's really easy to read. If you want to start reading poetry, this is very simple. You don't have to really reread them in order to get them, you know. So it's pretty simple yet funny book. I kind of liked it. I already have some of her work, so it wasn't really new. It's a collection of older poems. I don't think they're new ones, but it's just a fun read. This is also kind of book that you can get for a present. It's not too expensive, but it's a cool collection to own, you know. The Orange by Wendy Cope. Carrying Water to the Field, new and selected poems by Joyce Sutphen. I read a couple of her poems on the internet and I really thought they were beautiful, so I just bought this book. I haven't read it yet, so can't really tell too much about it. I'm not familiar with her poetry. It's a collection of poems from the last 25 years. And it includes more than 14 new poems on the themes of luck, hard work, and the ravages of time. Okay, if you don't know her like I did, look her up on the internet. Joyce Sutphen. And then we've got this book, The Greatest Poems. You may know some of his work, he's pretty well known. Bob Dylan said, a brave man and a brave poet. It is also on the back. I haven't read this collection yet, but it's a collection of his greatest poems. Okay, then I've read this book. And let me first start by saying that this is a book by Max Porter. I really like his work. I really enjoyed reading Shy, and I also really enjoyed reading Grief is a Thing with Feathers. It was a phenomenal read. This book, I'm sure it's good, but I didn't get any of it. So it's kind of hard to get through it, and I don't like saying it because I really think he's a good writer. I also bought another book of his, Lenny, and I've yet to read that. But I've heard good things about this one. I'm kind of looking forward to it, so I will be reading this one over the next couple of days. It's also by Max Porter, so yeah, another one. Then I've got this beautiful collection by William Butler Yeats. This poetry collection, of course, and look how gorgeous it is. It is this kind of hardback box, and inside we've got the book. And that's not all of it. The book, it looks really beautiful. Let me show you. We've got all these full color pages inside with the poems. That looks just so pretty, right? And I already got a poetry collection from him, but this looked just too good to not get. Really beautiful collection of a very classic poet that most of you probably know, because yeah, again, this is a very famous poet. So then we've got the new poetry diary for this year, 2024. There are several poems in here by different writers. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see that. There are so many poets included in this diary. I also got the one from last year and the year before that. It's a nice way to actually read new work. And I have to be honest, I usually don't use it as a diary because I use my phone for that. But it's a great way to get introduced to new work. So that's why I mainly buy this, and it wasn't too expensive either. So the last one, it's not a poetry book, but it's something completely different. But I just want to show you, okay? It's a great book if you're a fan, like I am, of this series, The X-Files. Because this has got visual documents and it looks just fantastic. Let me show you, okay? So yeah, if you're a fan of this series, this is really a good book. It's not poetry, obviously, but just want to show you guys. So those were all the new books I bought. I'm gonna continue reading this poetry book by Ted Kooser. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Good morning, everybody. So it's the following day. It's January the 2nd, and I'm gonna start my morning reading this book by Ted Kooser. Only a couple pages left, so we'll be finishing it today. So let's do that. So I just finished reading this one by Ted Kooser. It's a collection titled Kindest Regards. A collection of new and older poems. I loved it. This is the collection that I would rate 5 out of 5 stars. It's really good. I loved reading it. You know, he talks about ordinary life and he does that in clear language, yet full of detail. I loved reading it. Yeah, and this is also the kind of book that I will be rereading for sure. So yeah, I really recommend you get this one, or at least check out some of his works on the internet if you don't know about him. But he's been a poet for over 5 decades, so you may have already heard about him. He's a prize winner as well, so he's pretty famous. So this is how I want to have this reading vlog kind of thing. So I have to check out another poetry book, and hopefully I get back to you very soon in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely day or night, and hope to see you all very soon. Bye, friends.